It's almost a fact of life that Earth has ice at its poles, and the reason for that is because, well, they're cold. However, it's actually very rare in Earth's history for this to happen. In fact, it's only happening now because of one thing: we're in an ice age. Now, before we get into what exactly an ice age is, and what the conditions are during the current one, I'd appreciate when you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for future content. Okay, so you might be thinking, I thought the Ice Age ended thousands of years ago. Well, in a way, that's true. But the fact that we're in an Ice Age right now is also true. How is that possible? Well, the truth is, even our current conditions are much, much colder than what the Earth usually is. Paleoclimatologists have estimated that for most of Earth's history, the Earth has averaged between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit, or 22 and 27 degrees Celsius. By comparison, the Earth is about 59 degrees Fahrenheit, or 15 degrees Celsius today. This might not sound like a lot, but even a small difference has resulted in massive changes in Earth's environment. When the average temperature is in the 70s, the Earth is a lush jungle rich with life, with tropical environments extending almost to the poles. In fact, the only thing that would really determine an ecosystem is the amount of rain it gets. Temperature is a non-issue. However, there have been periods of Earth's history where this calm equilibrium gets disrupted, and this leads to a period where things get dramatically colder, aka an ice age. Ice ages have happened about 5 times in Earth's history, with the most severe one resulting in polar ice caps reaching almost to the equator. There was even a nickname for that: Snowball Earth. Alright, so we've established what an ice age is and how it deviates from Earth's normal ecosystem. Now, let's look at the current state of the Earth. The current ice age began about 3 million years ago, which ended a long cool down that began about 55 million years prior, when Earth climbed to temperatures that were hot even for its jungle ecosystem norms. Unlike the infamous snowball Earth, ice caps didn't extend terribly far, but it was enough to cover most of Europe and the American Midwest with thick ice sheets. This ice age has alternated between glacial and interglacial periods, with the temperatures rising and cooling over thousands of years. Right now, we're in an interglacial period, which explains why Chicago isn't under a foot of ice right now. During the last glacial period, which ended about 11,000 years ago, temperatures were about 7 degrees Fahrenheit, or 4 degrees Celsius, cooler than they were today, which, again, is a pretty significant deviation that, apart from burying the Midwest with ice, dramatically changed the remaining environment. I can go over these environmental changes in a later video if you'd like, but right now, there are just way too many to fit into the rest of this video. Without people, chances are the current interglacial period would have lasted for another 50,000 years before the ice started to expand again. However, right now we're releasing carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere, which, as we all know, is a greenhouse gas. And basically what triggers ice ages is that something happens that removes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and what ends them is something pushes it back into the atmosphere. And that pushing it back into the atmosphere is exactly what we're doing right now. Some scientists estimate that with the projected rate of global warming, Earth could be back to the jungle environment in just a few hundred years, effectively ending the Ice Age. This is bad for us in a lot of different ways that I'll explain in, once again, a future video. But the point is, we need to stop that process from happening. And that wraps up this video about Ice Ages. As always, I would appreciate if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for future content. Thanks and have a great day.